First this morning, let's get to the latest in Longview. One worker has died, 9 still missing after a chemical tank implosion at a paper mill. As you wake up this morning with us, first responders are now calling this a recovery operation. 9 others were injured in the incident. One of them is a firefighter. This happened at the Nippon Dynawave packaging facility at about 7 a.m. on Tuesday. The 900,000-gallon tank contained white liquor, which is used in the paper-making process. At this hour, first responders believe 90,000 gallons are still in that tank. That's making the tank unstable and hazardous for first responders. Crews believe there is no threat to the surrounding community, but they are asking everyone to stay away from the area while they work. Governor Bob Ferguson had this message for the community.
Our thoughts and our prayers are with everybody impacted by this tragedy. So on behalf of the people of the state of Washington, I want all those individuals to know that we stand with you. We'll be here to do everything we can to help with the situation, and we'll be here as long as it takes.
The State Department of Labor and Industries says that once the response is over, its job will be to find out why the tank imploded. It says inspections can take up to 6 months. The community of Longview held a vigil last night for the victims of the implosion, and King 5's Jim Nelson was there.
We are just a couple of miles away from the mill, and there were easily more than 100 community members here, many of whom have a direct connection to the mill, either work at the mill or know people who have been impacted by this. Obviously, we've been hearing from officials throughout the day that they have been in touch with the families of everyone who's involved. Some people had pictures of plant workers here with them, a lot of hugs, a lot of prayer, a lot of singing, a lot of flowers, and a lot of candles as they wrap their arms collectively around one another in this time of tragedy. One person said, likely the darkest day in Longview's history. And as we await more official information, so too does this community as they try to, as they wait for names, as they wait for the result of the investigation, as they wait for whatever the next day brings. A lot of that is unknown, but they do know that this is a tragedy that is bringing the community together.
I drive past the mill every day on my way home, every day out into town. It's a huge part of our community. If we didn't have our mill workers, the town would probably face a steady decline. They're hardworking people, and anytime something like that happens at any spot in our community, it is important that the community itself steps forward, despite the differences that this community does sadly have.
And that gentleman said that his wife knows some of the families that are affected directly by this tragedy. Certainly many more will find out that they too are directly affected in the coming days. In Longview, Jim Nelson, King 5 News.
And also ahead at 5 o'clock this morning, we're going to take a closer look at the Nippon Dynawave and its history of workplace safety violations. And we're also going to hear from first responders again this morning at 10 a.m. We're awaiting a new update. We'll bring you any information the moment as it comes in. And as we learn more, we'll bring it to you on air and on the King 5 app. That app is free to download on your TV and your phone.